Remember the ANZACs, those brave men and women from the Australia and New Zealand Army Corps that paid the ultimate price so that we may enjoy the freedom that we have today. The German ship, the SMS Emden, arrived at the Cocos Islands at 0600 hours on November the 9th, 1914, with the intention of raiding the important wireless cable station there. Only 50 miles to the northeast was an ANZAC convoy. After intercepting the Emden's radio transmissions, the HMAS Sydney was detached from the convoy. She was a modern light cruiser, her 6-inch main guns outgunning the 4.1-inch armed Emdens. She left the convoy at 0700 hours and, by exceeding her design speed, arrived at the Cocos Islands after 0900 hours. At first, the Emden's lookouts thought Sydney was another German ship, the Brest, but when she was identified as a cruiser, the landing party was recalled but was too slow, and so at 0930 hours, Emden pulled out of the lagoon without their landing party. 10 minutes after, Emden opened fire with her starboard guns at 10,000 yards, hitting her with a third salvo, knocking out the Sydney's rangefinder. Emden continued to score hits, knocking out a gun and starting a fire, but by 1,000 hours, Sydney had found Emden's range. By 10:20 hours, Emden had lost her wireless station, a forward gun, her electric and steering. She then received damage to her shell hoists, and also her firing became ragged as well. For the next half an hour, the Emden was hit repeatedly over 100 times during the entire action, and the German Captain Müller decided to beach her before she sank. The Sydney signalled the Emden to ask for surrender, but received no reply, and as Emden was still flying her battle flag, she opened fire again. Emden hauled down her battle flag and raised a white flag and ended the battle. Emden lost 131 killed and 65 wounded, whilst Sydney suffered 3 killed and 8 wounded. Captain Karl von Müller was the last to leave the Emden and spent the remainder of the war as a POW.